Viewer discretion is advised.
Got any news? Got any news about the 2,000 that's left for the move? Well, I would say close, but not quite. Stop it, Ella! You've done a good job at hissing at the property manager well over 250 times so far. More like 300.
Hey, you want to know something, Ava? What? I've growled at the property manager only 50 times.
Yes.
I think she's got it.
I think she's got it. Hope everything goes well.
Oops.
So yeah, just got done shopping at the Walmart on Coldwater Road, which is the first Walmart in Fort Wayne. That's gonna be one adjustment when I move to Gulfview Apartments. But I can tell you, it's definitely not Southtown. Some say it's the worst, but judging by the 2 times I've been to this location, I honestly don't know. So yeah, I finally got some good news on this Friday, the 2nd of September 2022. Just last week, I found out from LaSarre Johnson of Lutheran Social Services of Indiana that a Section 8 voucher got extended. So that means the voucher expires on October 16th. And Mummies here at Black Pine Flats has been extended until Halloween 2022. And initially I was moved from 5th to 3rd, but last week I was informed by Gulfview Apartments management that they are close, or should I say very close, to a move-in date. And yes, there's still, and I also found out that security deposit is going to be up about 1.5 times the rent without Section 8 at Gulfview. And so that means the $2,000 becomes $2,500. So, still first month rent at $675. Security deposit is now a whopping, I would say, about $1,075, but still but the moving expenses are still $500-600. And later this month, in other words, either way, in a few days, I'll get at least $2,500. If not in a few days, but in late September, I should have it, definitely. Then, making that first month rent payment to Gulfview and security deposit will be fucking mailed. But as soon as I get the move-in date and final amount of first month rent, security deposit, and 100% clearance, then Black Pine Flats will finally get that 30-day notice, if not already. And the move to Gulfview can begin. And on top of trying to balance my classes at Ivy Tech, or should I say my classes and assignments at Ivy Tech Fort Wayne, and this move, so far not so great. It's gotten to the point where I even had to smoke about 3 packs per day back in July, and it is now September. And I usually smoke about, without vaping, 1.5 packs a day. So that's how dangerously stressful this move is. Because if you remember, back in September, back 21 years ago this month, the same situation happened. That didn't turn out too well. And we all know what happened on September 27, 2001. Unless you've been following me very, very closely over 20, 25 years, or 30, 35 years. It's even giving me more gray hairs, and I'm gonna be 40 years of age in about 4 months. That is how dangerously stressful things have become. So let the train and packing begin. And another thing that I also want to mention, though I'm not going to rule it out, is that I have heard rumors that if you're on the Housing Choice Voucher or Section 8, you can also buy a home. And I believe I can do that. But it's not going to happen for, well, it's likely not going to happen for another few years. Of course, this would permanently resolve the affordable housing crisis. At least for me. I'd be paying mortgage instead of rent. Plus homeowners insurance and property taxes. wouldn't mind mowing the lawn in the summer or doing property maintenance. Yeah. Yet another benefit is that no rental units will let you have more than 2 pets. And when I do buy a home, there's likely going to be another cat or 2. And likely Caprice and Ella might not be happy at first, but they'll get used to it eventually. And some of you online are saying I should not even have any pets. And to those people who made those comments, how dare you say that? This is one of those times where you think you know Ava's in when you really, really fucking don't. So take that. And it's getting kind of late. It's approximately 10 o'clock on Friday the 2nd of September 2022. And earlier tonight just had what is the second to last Domino's pizza on Tillman Road on the southeast side of Fort Wayne. And there's gonna be some changes. For example, currently the Kroger store I frequently go to on the southeast side of Fort Wayne is currently Southgate Plaza, and that's on Pettit Avenue. After I move to Gulfview, the nearby Kroger is going to be on St. Joe Center Road. And that's going to be about a 43-minute walk. And the Southtown Walmart, another store I go to frequently, is going to change with my move to Gulfview Apartments. And it'll likely be the Walmart on Coldwater Road. Yet, not going to rule out the Walmart on Maysville Road or Highway 37. And speaking of Walmart, I have been to 10 Walmarts in my entire life, including all 5 Walmart stores, plus the one in Marion, Northside Muncie, Wabash, the now permanently closed Walmart Neighborhood Market on East 38th Street in Indianapolis, one in Irondale or Birmingham, Alabama, and another in Brandon, Florida. And another store I frequently go to is Meijer, which does not have a location on the southeast side of Fort Wayne. Yet the closest one to Black Pine Flats is Meijer on Illinois Road, or State Road 14. And with the move to Gulfview, the nearest one is gonna, well, technically, I believe there are gonna be 3 closest stores. The Meijer on Lima Road, Maysville Road, and the newest Fort Wayne Meijer store on DuPont Road. Yet, I'll likely go to the Lima Road location. And speaking of Meijer, I've been to all 4 Meijer locations here in Fort Wayne so far. Plus, the Marion Meijer, when I lived in Marion. And that Meijer opened in 2009. And I shopped there for 9 years. And last but not least, the one in Muncie. And 2 other stores I go to frequently are, of course, Sam's Club and Costco. Both of which I have to pay membership fees for annually. And today I just renewed my Costco membership. But, not too many things are going to be changing except the locations of where I shop and where I will be living. Or should I say, where Caprice Elle and I will be living. It is Labor Day Saturday, the 3rd of September of 2022. It is after 1 o'clock. And just a few minutes ago, I sent in my 30-day notice to vacate to Black Pine Flats and headed to Meijer on Lima Road to continue the Gulfview Apartments training. About to take CityLink here in a few moments. Now, since moving to Fort Wayne, I have relied heavily on the CityLink bus transit system until that became a habit. So I'm now on to CityLink. Head to the Meijer store on Lima Road for the final cookout at Black Pine Flats. And since moving to Fort Wayne on May 14th, 2018, I've been on almost every CityLink route except for the number 10 New Haven. And I don't think New Haven's pretty much reminds me of Gas City, and I have not been there. But one day I'll get to New Haven via CityLink. But I'm not gonna rule it out. Well, now I'm at the Lima Road Meyer location here in Fort Wayne, and I spent the past 20 minutes of this particular episode explaining what this move from Black Pine Flats to Gulfview Apartments means to not only myself, but also Caprice and Ella. I forgot to mention that the rent might be a little higher, and I'll have to pay at least $60 because there is a pet rent of $30 each. But to recap, what will change with this move are the stores I'll be shopping at, especially Sam's Club, Costco, Meijer, Walmart, and Kroger, and to an extent Aldi, Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and various other restaurants. And but everything else, such as various traditions that I did when I lived in Grant County, Indiana, which consists of 2 years in Mill Township, Gas City, 11 years in my hometown of Van Buren, Indiana, and 22 years in Marion, as well as the past 4 years in Fort Wayne, going on 5. Those will not change. And as I say, the more things change, everything else just stays the same. I think I got that right, didn't I? And speaking of Dollar General and my hometown of Van Buren, they recently opened up a Dollar General in my hometown. So even though it's a little over a year after Dollar General came to Van Buren, I want to take this opportunity to say, welcome to Van Buren, Indiana, Dollar General. Although I'm not physically in Van Buren, I'm up here in Fort Wayne instead. Wishing I could have been there. Before Dollar General arrived in Van Buren, you could only get groceries at the Circle K. That's because the former Eakins Market, later Lee's Market, closed after 1996. And I was in Van Buren in 2011 and in 2013 for the Popcorn Festival. And that was not the Van Buren that I remember growing up in. Because I lived on the Van Buren suburb of Landis. It's near Grant County, Indiana roads 600 east and 400 north, to be exact. So one day I'll be back to Van Buren. Hopefully with Caprice and Ella. But, gonna get some things for what will be my final cookout at Black Pine Flats. And the 30-day notice has officially been sent. So, yeah. Just, about to leave Meyer on Lima Road. And, after I move to Gulfview Apartments, this is gonna get a little bit of getting used to. Because I'm used to going to the Meyer on Illinois Road here in Fort Wayne. As I went to the Walmart on Coliseum, not Coliseum, but Coldwater Road. And that there it's gonna get a little getting used to once I moved to Gulfview Apartments. Now I've only been to the Kroger on St. Joe Center Road only once. And I've been to all 9 Kroger locations in Fort Wayne so far. They're going to open up a 10th on East DuPont Road. And when that opens, I'm going to be there. And I've also been to other Kroger stores, not counting the Ruler Foods in Marion. And those other Kroger stores besides Fort Wayne are 16th Street in downtown Indianapolis, and one in New Albany. And like I said, after I move to Gulfview, going to the Kroger on St. Joe Center Road, the Lima Road location of Meyer, and the Coldwater Road Walmart here in Fort Wayne is gonna get some getting used to. So watch, stay tuned, because this is going to be very fucking crazy. Fuck. Fuck my life, Ava. Just about to catch a fly right now. Just why in the fuck haven't we got anything packed yet? I'm still working on it, Caprice, okay? I just sent in the 30-day notice. And as soon as we have the new address and the funds for the first month's rent security deposit, and moving expenses, we'll be good to go. Okay, Caprice? Yeah. Hey, Ella, did you hear any of that?
Yeah, I did. Why is it nowhere near ready, Ava?
Well, Ella, you know, with school at Ivy Tech, Fort Wayne, and other obligations, and to be quite honest with you, well, I should say to both you and Caprice, trying to get some money for this move here.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But, everyone at least, gosh. Over 5,000 so far?
Say what?
Whoa, what the fuck, Ava? 5,000? I wouldn't even be shocked if it was 5 fucking figures, Ava.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Before I moved to Fort Wayne, I had spent 10 years and $25,000 preparing for my move from Marion to Fort Wayne, and only $500 and only 4 hours to execute. And I had spent almost $2,000 and about 2 years preparing for us move from Black Pine Flats to Gulfview Apartments. So it's kind of no surprise. And I've downloaded a lot of money-making gaming apps, and so far have won an estimated $7,500. That is no joke, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Want more Caprice and Ella? Subscribe to our channel and get notified of new videos. Also visit capriceandella.avazin.com for updates and watch full episodes now in 4K ultra high definition.